everyone, and welcome to Just Hangin with Venus Valkyrie. I am your host, Venus Valkyrie. We are here to talk about games and the paranormal, but also everyday life. And today I wanted to address an everyday life issue because, for one thing, I have had a heck of a week. I feel like something has come along and just completely sucked out all of my energy. And if I had it my way, I would not leave my bed. I would put all my pillows around me and I would nestle down and I would play games or read or sleep, because it's just been that kind of week so far. And I've had car trouble, woke up with a flat tire. It's basically Murphy's Law. Everything was going fine, but if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And there's more little antics that happen, but I won't bore you guys with that. What I really wanted to talk about was friends. I had been isolating myself this week, and I had a lot of time to think about friends. We go through life and we make all of these friends when we're younger, and we make these best friend packs. How many of you guys remember those packs of, oh, we'll always be best friends, bros forever, or BFF necklaces? And I've realized the older we get, the more prone we are to isolate. It's actually become a huge bummer. Now I've kind of filled myself with this social anxiety where I don't want to go out and make new friends. And I think society has kind of noticed that about all of us, that we're more prone to stay inside. I mean, we can get on the computer and order groceries. We can order dinner brought straight to us, so we don't even have to cook. We can watch movies and shows without having to go to the movies. There's so many things that used to be a social thing that now we can do in the comfort of our homes. Because of this, inadvertently, it's made us more isolated. I was so lonely before I started to make these videos and stream online because I had no one to talk to, really. I had a few people, but of course they have lives and jobs and things that they have to do, and I don't want to burden them. You know, and who wants to listen to me ramble on about some kind of fantasy book I read? It can get kind of annoying too. So I'm really glad that I found my medium, so to speak, and I'm so thankful that I have you guys. Thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I'm not so lonely anymore, and that's a good thing. Is it as hard for men to make friends as I feel it is for women? Tell me your story in the comment section. Leave me something that I know that I can relate to. I have had the hardest time making friends with females, and I have tried to make friends with females. I had this one friend. I will not name a name. I would have moved heaven and earth to have her friendship. It was so refreshing to finally find a woman who wasn't fake nice, like, oh, how are you? Yeah, I'm your friend. And then the minute you turn your back, they comment or gossip. You know, I really felt like she was the real deal. And what ended up happening, to make a really long story short, was she stole money from me. She conned me out of money, promised me that she'd pay me back. She never paid me the money back, and instead justified, well, I bought you food here and there, or I made you a necklace, so I have paid you back $350. It was awful, and it wrecked my trust. And that's just one story. I have many. Luckily, I have two good girlfriends. It's a challenge, and I was curious to know if other women have had this similar issue with women, and why are we like this? Why is it so hard for our species to get along? Men, do you guys have the same problem? Or are the things that seem so important to women, are they not so important to men, so they can kind of let their guard down and just bond? I am not wholly innocent. I have done some really crappy things to people that I cared about in my life. It's a humbling experience. You have to ground yourself. You have to see that, wow, I screwed up, and you have to learn from these mess ups. And I have tried, and I think I'm a better person for it. It's a lot of shame that I carry, and maybe that's why I have such trouble making friends as well, because not only have I been burned, but I've burned too. And I know what other people are capable of, and I know what I'm capable of, and that creates this break in trust. And trust is a big thing in a friendship. Any of you guys ever have that kind of, oh wow moment, I'm not perfect either? Or it gives perspective. I would be really interested in hearing about you guys' struggles with maintaining friendships, or these feelings, these moments of just utter isolation and not wanting to engage because maybe you've been burned, or maybe you've hurt somebody and you don't want to offer yourself up as a friend because, I don't know, maybe you have shame. But I will tell you this, it's okay. We have to learn to forgive ourselves. And that's so important. It's been a really hard thing for me to forgive myself. And maybe one day we'll talk more about shame, because shame literally almost ruined my life, and it took a long time to forgive myself. So if anybody out there is carrying that big ball of shame and regret, the best thing you can do for you is to put it down and forgive yourself. And it sounds hokey, but there's a lot of power and there's freedom in that. Don't be so hard on yourself. We're all human, right? I started gaming online a lot, and that is where I have met a lot of my friends. Through these interactive games like MMORPGs, where we have guilds, and they kind of become like families. Do you guys have any games where you have friends and maybe you've never met these people in real life? Maybe you never will because you're separated by oceans, but you feel close to that person. Comment below and tell me what you guys like to play. This has alleviated some of the loneliness. There's been times where I can't sleep. I log into my game and I meet up with somebody from my guild, or I meet up with a friend of mine online. We get on Xbox chat, we go blow some stuff up, and I feel so much better, and it makes the loneliness abate a little bit. I'm thankful for that. I really am, and gaming has helped me overcome my loneliness. And not only games, I mean, like what we're doing here, YouTube, Mixer, and all of these platforms where people are able to interact with people. It's the internet, really, right? I mean, if it weren't for the internet, I think I'd be an incredibly lonely girl who has her nose in a book all the time. My friends would be dusty storybook characters. I am incredibly thankful for you guys and the internet for allowing me to be able to not be so lonely. Because let me tell you one thing. It's strange because I will feel a closer bond with somebody that I game with every day rather than if I go out to the store and I see this same lady and she's sacking my groceries and I've seen her for a year and we talk and she knows what's going on in my life. But there's always that wall, that veil that I keep down, and I keep it tight around me. But maybe it's because I can hide behind a screen. Take some of that pressure and that stress off. Maybe that's just how our society has become. I don't think that it lessens the friendship if you've never met the person in real life at all. I think that because more people are online and engaging one another in games or in social media, I think that it has helped a lot of people have more friends and maybe find more meaning in their life. Has this happened with any of you guys? I'd be really interested to hear. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one that has struggled with friends. And I think the entire idea of what a friend is changing in our society. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I have a few really good, human being people right in front of me friends. I do, and they're wonderful, and I couldn't do life without them. They make my life beautiful, but so do all my friends that I've never met in real life. And I probably never will, but they also have made my life a little sweeter. While I'm laying in bed, feeling isolated and sad and having bad dreams that are just really screwing up my head, at least I know that I can just turn my game on and I'm greeted by my friends. And it's great, and I don't feel so lonely or so isolated. And what's great is if I start feeling a little overwhelmed, I can just say, hey, I gotta go, turn it off, and then I'm back in my comfortable little bubble. If you guys want to come and start a dialogue, come hang out with me. I stream 2 nights a week on Mixer at Venus Valkyrie JH. And if you've got a paranormal story, drop it in the comments below. I absolutely love anything and everything with the paranormal. I really don't have much in the way of gaming news this week, but tune in next week because we're going to dive into Hammerfell, The Elder Scrolls 6, not Skyrim 2. This is the 6th installment of The Elder Scrolls. It started with Arena, and then there was Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Hammerfell. Right on. So tune in next week, and I will tell you all about that game and some other stuff too. Guys, if you enjoyed these videos, please don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the alerts. You can find me on Mixer, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Xbox Live at Venus Valkyrie JH. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Venus Valkyrie, and this has been Just Hangin with Venus Valkyrie.